How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We are taking a look at the company that I just made a video on a couple days ago where I said is going to be the new hot EV stock, and it is actually producing the batteries for a lot of vehicles. And I got a lot of views on that video. A lot of people are interested in it. A lot of people are wondering what I'm going to do with it because it's up 20% today. It's up massively. So a lot of people have been asking me to give my opinion on it. So I want to do that today, talk to you a little bit about the company again. If you didn't see that first video, I'll just give you a brief rundown and talk about whether I think it's a good buy still, whether I think it is something that you should hold on to or sell or whatever. I mean, I can't give you financial advice, but I'll tell you what I'm doing and what I think about it. So if you guys like this, please hit the like button. I really appreciate that. Also, if you haven't hit subscribe, please hit subscribe. We're growing like crazy. We are on the road to 35,000 subscribers. I'd love if we could hit it soon. That'd be awesome. And if you want to get in on the action, if you want to know what I'm buying and what I'm selling, you can definitely check out the link down below to Patreon. There, I tell everyone what I'm buying and selling. Again, I can't give financial advice by any means, but we picked a lot of stocks that have gone up a lot recently. So we picked up CIIC when it was $13.50, rode it all the way up to 31, sold out of the entire position and about half of it back at $29.50. Since then, it's down a little bit, but it's all money that we've made from the stock right now. So everything that's in there is just profit. Same thing with NBAC. We picked it up right around, I believe, $12 or so a share, rode it up a significant amount. I mean, we had an 86% up day and we sold out of it right before it started to drop. We sold half, kept half, and since then it's all profit that's in the stock. So if it goes up, that's great because we still have some exposure to the stock. And if it falls down, that's okay too, because we don't really have any skin in the game anymore because we took back all our initial principal. And, we did pick up SBE. We are still riding that one out. Again, I'll explain that a little bit too, because it has to do with my thoughts on Romeo Power. So they're kind of interconnected. And again, last thing, if you want 4 free stocks through WeBull, you can definitely check out the link down below. If you deposit $100, you get 4 free stocks. They're also giving you an extra bonus if you sign someone else up. I think it's 6 free stocks. So you can get 4 free stocks, 2 of which can be like Google stocks or Facebook stocks. And then you can give the code to someone else and then you get another 6 free stocks. And then that person gets free stocks. So do it with your significant other or a friend or something like that. And you'll get like over $100 worth of stock just yourself. So definitely check out that link below. I appreciate it. And let's get into it. So we're talking about RMG today. It is up 20%. We picked it up when it was $13.50 a share. So a couple people had talked about it in the Patreon. We are getting a lot of companies that aren't even talked about in the mass media right now that are being brought up. And, I'm still holding it. I'm not sold out, just to be clear. I bought it. We did this video on the stock here and I picked it up. We got a lot of views on this. It's a really interesting company, so I understand. And I view it similar to how I view Switchback Energy. So there are a lot of companies out there, right? There's a lot of EV companies like CIIC, like NBAC, like NEO, like XPeng, like XPEV, like Tesla. There are a lot of EVs out there. And I have some of those shares. I have picked up some of those companies. And then from there are charging stocks. Those have blown up. Those blew up right after the EV stocks, right? Those are up 100%. A lot of them. Blink, ChargePoint. We even talked about another one earlier this week, the NBAC. They're up a lot. So we have been able to pick up a lot of those companies now, sell some of them off, hold some of them, but I am holding the major players in the industry. So Switchback, I like Switchback a lot. They're merging with ChargePoint. I'm going to hold on to them. I am not selling them for a while because they are the market leader. They own 70% of the market in North America. Now, I think Romeo Power will own a significant portion of the battery industry. So there's that kind of triangle: EV, charging, and battery. Just a little background on the company. If you don't know, they are merging with another company. RMG is merging with Romeo Power. Kind of easy to remember there. This will give them an equity value of about $1.3 billion. I like this company. So there are a couple reasons why. Again, the battery industry is just going to blow up because the EV industry is blowing up. They supply medium duty short haul trucks. So like workhorse trucks. They supply long haul trucks and specialty trucks and buses. They have talked with Lion before, so they got a huge contract from Lion, and I'll show that in a second. But they have a very high quality customer base. You can see here Green Power, Lone Star, Nikola, not Nikola as much, I don't like them as much, but Lion, Oshkosh Workhorse, BMW, a lot of big name players in the industry. They're expecting a really high growth rate, so 59% through 2025. They're expecting about $1.6 billion worth of revenue by that year. So I think that there's still a lot of growth here. They do have that big contract. This was just announced recently with Lion for $234 million. And actually, I did a video about Lion earlier, and I'll link to that on the end screen. One thing that does worry me is the 210 from Nikola. I don't think Nikola is going to be able to produce a lot of value. They are talking about $2.2 billion worth of revenue in negotiation right now, and they've already contracted for $544 million. Again, mostly between these two companies, and Lion is pretty small too right now. So that's the one thing that worries me a little bit with this, or one of the things that worries me. But I think that they are expecting a lot of revenue. They already have some vehicles on the road with their battery packs. I think that it can run up more from here. I mean, we're up 21%, but we've seen some other companies run up to $25 a share, $30 a share. And that's kind of where I'm sitting at this point. I'm thinking, okay, I could take a 20% profit. And I've said that with a lot of these companies recently. They jump up a little bit, and I'm like, man, it would be quite interesting just to take the 20% profit, but I think it can run up even further. I mean, we're talking about a valuation of, even with the run up of a couple $1 billion, they're talking about revenues in 5 years of $1.5 billion or so. So again, not very expensive compared to some other companies out there right now. I mean, you talk about some companies that are price to sales ratio of 15 5 years from now. That's crazy to me. 30 5 years from now. I like this company. Again, I don't have a massive stake. I think it's important to diversify, but I think this does have a good growth potential. So, I'm holding. I could buy more. I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea to buy more. If you're someone that's wondering if it's too late to buy, I personally don't think this is too late to buy, but then you have to take the extra risk of investing in a company that's run up, 70% since a couple weeks ago, or 60%. So I would recognize that yeah, it is up. There's some growth potential there. There's some upside potential, but it could also fall back down. I think that is a good one to hold on to long term. I don't think it's too late, but there is some risk in it between the different contracts, between the fact that they haven't announced the merger date yet either. It's expected soon, but it's not like this is a done deal by any means. It still has to be announced, but usually there is a little bit of a hype train running up until that merger date. Usually a lot of people are excited, and usually the stock pushes up, and then sometimes it falls back down a little bit after the merger. So I would be cautious of that, but I am looking at this company. I'm not worried about it now just being up 20%. I'm not trying to sell out real quick or anything like that. But again, do all your own research. I could be wrong. We've been doing really well recently, but if you want to know exactly when I sell it or when I buy it or anything like that, you can join the Patreon. There, I have a little tab there for everything that I'm buying and selling. And if you want those 4 free stocks, definitely check out the link down below to WeBull. I appreciate that. And I will link to my previous video on this company, RMG, right here. And then I'll also link to Lion, like I said, right down here. I did that just earlier today. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in one of these videos. Bye.